The ethnic clashes between the Boro and Santal tribes in the districts of Kokrajhar, Bongaigaon and Borpeta of western Assam in northeast India left a terrible legacy of loss and devastation. The clashes, which started in 1996 and 1998 and has continued sporadically till the present day, left in its wake about 300 innocents dead and hundreds of children orphaned who lost either one or both their parents. The majority of the victims belong to the more marginalized Santal tribe. Houses were burned, which left over 200,000 homeless, forced to take refuge in government-made camps. Along with the houses, school buildings also went up in smokes. This greatly added to the otherwise general situation of underdevelopment and backwardness. And the culture of books and studies were lost to the culture of the gun. The loss was huge and immeasurable, but more worrisome was the fact that the younger generations were entering into a quagmire of hopeless aimlessness, which was aggravated by the absence of schools and lack of an academic atmosphere. Although relief efforts were owned by the government and some other agencies, providing food and education to these children still remained a challenge. This is where Don Bosco Youth Mission and Educational Services, DBYES for short, made its entry. Since its inception in 1991, DBYES has been working relentlessly in the field of literacy and value-based education, with special focus on the disadvantaged and at-risk children and youth of the region. In 2001 was launched the CARE project in Kokrajhar district for the educational rehabilitation of these child victims. It was a DBYES DBI initiative. The initial years were difficult. The meaning of education was lost amidst tales of death and the cycle of poverty, and parents and guardians were reluctant to send their children and wards to these centers. As its strategy to bring children to the care centers, volunteers of DBYES made house-to-house visits in order to explain to the parents and guardians the necessity of education. Gradually, mindsets changed.
Where initially there was a lot of resistance, a lot of unwillingness on the part of parents to send children to school. But today we have seen great acceptance by parents and guardians, and we see a lot of children coming to school. I strongly believe a poor quality education cannot give them success. We need to give them better resources. We need to provide them better quality teaching in the classrooms so that these children can cope up with the challenges of today's world.
What had started as 27 tuition centers to provide academic support and prepare children to be mainstreamed into government schools is now a robust network of 48, some evolved and some evolving schools. Most care centers started in sheds and huts. A significant milestone was achieved with the construction of the school buildings in December 2009. Namely, Don Bosco School, Amguri, Mother Teresa School, Paharpur, Don Bosco Care School, Jaipur, and Gorinagar Care School. The Saviour School at Bhog Amguri was inaugurated on March 25th. 7 schools, of which 2 are high schools, are now functioning from their own school buildings. About 100 teachers and community workers with untiring dedication and missionary spirit are working in these schools and keeping the flame of education burning for 3,926 children in the backward areas of the districts of Kokrajhar, Chirang and Udalguri in this northeastern part of Assam. Some of these schools have also started their own boarding homes, thus being able to provide an ambience for the holistic development of these children.
When we recognized that there were no infrastructure for schools, we decided to establish a few schools where children could have the basic facilities of classrooms, blackboards, and the normal facilities of drinking water, toilets, so that children could really be attracted to school. And with this, we dreamed up an idea of establishing 7 schools, and we went forward and we have now established a high school here at Don Bosco, Amguri, where we are giving all the facilities for a high school.
Growth of these care centers can be attributed to a great extent to a highly successful community mobilization program undertaken by DBYES. Community ownership of these schools has been the greatest benefit of this effort. There are instances where communities have helped not just to monitor but also to build and maintain centers. It is a fact widely accepted that poverty and backwardness in education goes hand in hand, and poverty never provides a fertile ground for education to thrive. Understanding of this stark reality and working for economic empowerment of women has been a strong point in DBYS's way of educating these economically marginalized children. Mothers groups are clubs formed by women whose children go to the same care center. With support from DBYS in the form of skills trainings and management, these women groups are venturing into income generating activities. Of 100 such groups which are existing now, some are waiting to receive loans from banks for activities like weaving, piggery and poultry raising. Trained teachers who are also sensitive to the conflict-ridden background of these children hold regular meetings with these teachers and the mothers groups. Regular monitoring of scholastic and non-scholastic activities of these centers by DBYS and joyful learning methodologies followed are ensuring that care centers become real centers of learning for these children. The inauguration of a children's park on May 22nd in Amguri Don Bosco School has been the culmination of a long-cherished dream to provide a holistic education to children. Steady increase in the number of children in these centers, improved evaluation results, growth of these children, both scholastic and otherwise, higher levels of mutual involvement of DBYS and mothers groups in each other's activities, improved health and hygiene of the children are pointers to the fact that the care program is filling the educational gap in these areas very successfully.
I would like to share my experience as a student in Don Bosco School, Amguri. My name is Sumitra Lakda. I have been studying in this school from class KG onwards. We are very grateful towards all those who are involved in making our future bright. We give special thanks to Father Ben Thomas for his fatherly love and care for us.
That life can continue meaningfully even after violence has stripped people of everything is proved true by these children in the care centers, where the psyche of fear has given way to confidence, a confidence brought alive by education and hope for the future.